my podcast people, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of my favorite podcast. I'm not going to lie to you folks, it is hot in this room, so if I'm speaking quickly today, if I start to speak quickly today, it's because I want to get through this episode so that I don't actually die. I got the windows closed and the fan is off. Summer is summering in SoCal, and I'm not mad about it, but it is hot in here, so if I'm speaking quickly, that's why. When this episode drops, it is Monday, August 14th. Happy middle of August. Right off the bat, thank you. I've been asking for ratings, I've been asking for reviews, and y'all delivered. We are up to 243 ratings. Most of them are 5 stars. I don't understand, if you're going to leave a rating, why are you leaving anything but 5 stars? I'm not saying for my podcast, so that's what I would like, but who's the person that goes on and is 1-star review? If you don't like it, don't fucking keep listening. That's the best thing you could do. 3 stars. What? Just move on. Move on with your day. But either way, we got 243 ratings with an average of 4.9 stars. Y'all are the real MVPs. And we got 4 new written reviews. All of them I am grateful for, but folks take the time to write these things out, and I'm just damn, thank you. So today we're going to talk about the 7 parts of an irresistible offer, but given that we're just talking about reviews, I do want to share one at the beginning of the episode. And today's review actually got sent in DM form from my girl, Rachel. So I work with Rachel. Whoa, I got my little chair here and it kicked it. I worked with Rachel in Legacy last year, and she sent this in again via DM. She listened to the podcast because she's just the best. And she was like, I heard you ran out of reviews. I'm sending one right now. And she also, I'm going to plug this for her. She didn't ask me to do this. I'm going to plug, she has a dope pull-up program out right now. It's called Pull-Up Legend. If you follow me on Instagram, you see my stories every Monday. I be doing pull-ups and I tag her because she does them every day. And she put out a program, and to me, certain programs, I'm just damn, that's awesome, because they just are doing something different. And sometimes it's the style, the format, sometimes it's the problem that's being solved. And we're going to get into that in today's episode. And the fact that she's helping people get pull-ups, and it's largely going to be women, that's a big deal. Women have always been told historically, your legs are too big, you can't do it, you don't have the upper body strength, whatever. And she's like, fuck that, you want to pull up, let's go. So she and I think 3 other trainers put together this Pull-Up Legend program. And so if you're looking to get your first pull-up, check her out. She's Reach Fit Rachel. We'll link it in the show notes. And check out that program. All right, Pull-Up Legend. So this was not a quid pro quo thing. She wasn't I'll give you a review if you like. It's none of that. I plugged this program in my stories as well. It's because I genuinely support her. Right? We have a friendship, and I want to see her succeed. And perhaps it's a different approach to business than is traditionally out there. But y'all know this is how I do things. Y'all know that I'm anything but traditional when it comes to business, and it's how I'd like for business to be done, right? In a truly relational way. So, of note, I think that you can still grow your business big and actually know your people and care about them, and that will always be my goal. So the review from Rachel, 10 stars for your podcast. It only goes up to 5, and she's out here giving me 10. Love it. About a year ago, I listened to one episode at least 5 times to hype myself up to make a big shift in my business. I was scared I would lose clients, and I did lose a few, but it was okay. I have more time to spend on the areas of my business that light me up, and I'm a happier person. Keep crushing it. Thank you for encouraging all of us to show up as ourselves and know that it is enough. And know that is enough. Maestro green heart emoji. You can't see it. I'm reading the review. You can't see it. But Rachel, I know you're listening. Thank you. Truly. These things they get me in my feels, because I'm just damn, this, it's just the best. So thank you. So we're going to jump into the actual episode, and we're going to talk about the 7 parts of an irresistible offer. I use that language. I'm going to credit my girl JillFit with that irresistible offer, because she talks about that as well. And y'all know, to me, autonomy is sexy. So if you have any feels around irresistible, just fucking change the word, use something else. But suffice to say, these are 7 things that I want you to have, and I strongly encourage you to have. And yeah, I'll just say that. These are 7 things that I strongly encourage you to have when you are creating and outlining your next offer. And those 7 things are the promise, the person, the process. If you're in Canada, then it's process. The purpose, the proof, the price, and the packaging. And I put these in a specific order, or in that specific order for a reason, pretty much from most important to not as important. All right, so I'll go through each of these, kind of tell you about what they are. And then ideally maybe don't do this if you're driving, but listen to this episode again and write these things out and then answer them and outline them for your specific offer. So the first one is the promise. I think this is the most important part of any kind of offer. What outcome does this offer guarantee? This gets much easier to define and describe the more times that you run that offer. And y'all know that I am very much of the camp, very much of the philosophy, very much of the school of thought of run the same thing over and over and over again. I've run my intensive 14 times, and I'm going to talk about that at the end of the episode because the waitlist is open and it's going to be closing soon for round 14. But the more specific that you can be with this promise, the better. And the reps that you get and obtain by running the same offer over and over again allow you to get more specific. So for my intensive, my promise is at the end of this 6-week training, you will know who exactly your target audience is, what exactly to say to them, and how exactly to use Instagram to connect with your people so that you can grow a brand that you can monetize. I couldn't promise that the first round. I didn't know. I knew I could help people. I knew that if they asked me specific questions, I typically had answers. But all I could really promise was that I was going to show up. And I think the promise that I used in the beginning was, I will be the last Instagram coach that you ever need. And that's still on the sales page. It's still on the waitlist page as well. We'll call it the waitlist page as well. But my promise has changed over time because I understood what I could deliver. The same thing happened with Legacy, with Jill and I, right? We've switched it to now like this, I think the second year we ran it, we were like, what's the promise going to be? And it became very solidly, you will have your biggest launch. So the more specific that you can be, the better. And I do believe this is the most important part of any offer. Second part, the person. Who specifically is this offer for? Again, the more specific you can be, the better. This can be made more specific or in a multitude of ways. It could be age, sex, proficiency. Is it for beginners? Is it for people that are really advanced? Is it for people that have dumbbells at home? Is it for people that are working out in a gym? It can be made specific based on the goals or the problem that person, specifically has. Is it to build an online business, to build an in-person business? Those are different people. It could be the profession, right? I'm going for health and fitness pros, but this could be for lawyers. This could be for CPAs, whatever. The more specific you can be regarding this person, the better. Often you will niche down as you go, and the more times that you run it. And typically what happens, the more times that you run it, you start to realize the importance of niching down, and you gain confidence that there are in fact enough people out there. In the beginning, you're like, I don't know, and I just I can help anybody, and so you're just kind of trying to put it out there. But as you continue to run it, you'll start to see, hey, the way that I get better people in this, and not better based on as their value as a person, but they're a better fit for this, is by being specific with who this is for. So I'm going to throw out the Laura Jean niche down. She's my girl. She's Dietitian Values on Instagram, and she says, this is the niche down reframe. Excuse me. And she says, instead of seeing niching down as saying no to people or opportunities, think of it as giving your people something to say yes to. I love it. All right, so my intensive is for health and fitness professionals who want to build an online brand. All right, those who listen around the edges, all right, I've had CPAs go through it. My girl Fit Money coach, Sandy. All right, I've had lawyers go through it. Shout out to Cooper. But I don't market to them. All right, so those who can listen around the edges and they want to write to me and be like, hey, could I get something out of this? Then I'll say yes. Or if I'm like, nah, it really won't fit, I'll say no. But for other people, I'm like, yeah, sure. But I'm not going to market to them. I'm going to market specifically to the people that I am the best at helping. Next important part, the process. This means what steps are taken to get the customer from A to Z, right? From where they are to where they want to be. This creates safety in the eyes of the consumer. This is not about logistical steps of first you sign up and then you get an email and then you get to join this app. This is about future pacing the client and laying out the path that you will help them take in order to get, again, from where they are to where they want to be. Usually this is 3 to 5 steps. If you kind of zoom out, then we can kind of break it into 3 to 5 pillars, something like that, or 3 pillars or something like that. Just depends on how you kind of organize your brain. But if we kind of think about it from that zoomed out lens of physical therapy, where if you're marketing your services, it might be, hey, step 1 is we assess, step 2 is we address, and step 3 is we progress whatever this thing is that you came in for. So they just understand hey, here's where I'm at now, and I can see myself getting to that other place because these are the steps that I'm going to take. These are the steps that this person's going to help me take. as it relates to online business, when I work with someone and I coach them, the first part is social media. Then the second thing we do is email marketing. And the third is productizing of services. And so this way they understand, okay, like first when we're working on this, and I can tell them how long each phase takes. Right? But the whole goal is, can you future pace them? Can you show them the steps that they're going to take and you're going to help them take to get from where they are to where they want to be? For the intensive, mine's actually 6 steps, and it's broken down by each week of the course. So in the first week, it's bios and building the foundation. The second week, it's stories and socializing. The third week, it's posts and reels. The fourth week, it's content creation and captions. Fourth week, engagement and growth. And then did I mess up the numbers? The fifth week, engagement and growth. And then the sixth week is monetizing and platform diversification. I'm not going to lie. I know that I'm however many episodes into not using my headphones, but I did 400 plus episodes with headphones, and it makes a difference. I don't have them on because it looks kind of weird, I think, for the video component of this, but it's definitely makes it easier when I can hear myself, not just through vibration, right? Because that's how we hear. When I can hear myself just through my ears because I have the headphones on. And now that I can't, sometimes I forget things. I'm like, did I say that? Did I say that right? I have it written down in front of me, but did I mess it up? I don't know. But either way, that's the process for the Instagram intensive. And what I want you to do for your offer is be able to lay that out. Again, it's not the logistical steps. It's what you're going to take them through, the path that you're going to take them through to get from where they are to get to where they want. All right. Next part, the purpose. Very simply, why did you create this thing? Show people that you give a fuck. What is your connection to this thing? This can absolutely bring an aspect of relatability and likability to this offer. Okay. Next part. See, very simple there. The next part there. The proof. This is results and testimonials. Give people the gift of going second. You'll have your early adopters, your super fans, they'll go first. But then for everybody else, they're looking around like, hey, who did this? Did they die? Are they okay? Let them know. Number one, we can share your results. So for the Instagram intensive, I've had 500 plus people who have gone through it. Right? That's the result, and I'm going to share that. I will also allow people to share their own results, and that comes in the form of testimonials. Google Forms are a great way to collect these. I send that out at the end of the intensive, and then you can organize it into sheets, and now I can use keywords to search it. And if I'm like, hey, I'd like a review that is about monetizing or a review that's about community building, I can Control F on that Google sheet. And because a Google form creates a Google sheet. And so I can Control F on there and search those keywords and get any reviews that relate to that and then use those. Screenshots, I think, have a ton of credibility and perhaps more than when you type it out yourself. So if someone DMs you something, if you use Vox or whatever kind of messaging software with your people, screenshot that. Put that on the sales page. Absolutely. If they text you, whatever, put that on the sales page. Put that in your stories. Let people see it so they know, like, oh, actual humans do it. Even better if you get like a DM and you can keep their picture there so they know it's not like made up or you're like like DMing yourself or from a different account or something like that. That is phenomenal. When you go to do any kind of reviews on your website or on a landing page or sales page, definitely try to get pictures from people. I always ask when I'm doing the reviews for the intensive, I'm like, hey, if you want to submit a picture, email it to this email account. And this way we can add that. It adds a sense of credibility to the actual review, the review. I will never in my entire life watch a video review. So if you want to do one of those and put it on your website, that's up to you. I know some people really like them. I ain't about that. So I would never ask someone for that. So that's up to you. But the big thing I want you to think about with the proof is obviously, number one, get results for your people. They're going to spread your message farther and faster than you could. But as it relates to the testimonials, you want to make sure that you're getting a testimonial, not a character reference. So in a testimonial, we're going to encourage them and prompt them to speak about their personal experience, not what they think about you, right? A character reference is what they think about you. Like, Rachel's so awesome. I love her. She's so nice. That's really helpful. I mean, that's really nice. But what's more helpful is to say, hey, when I started, I didn't think I could do X. I went to the program, and now I can do Y and X, and things are great. That's what we want. Next part, the price. Remember, you set the price. The customer determines the value. So I think this is far less important than the other parts that I've gone over. That's why it's towards the bottom here. Yes, you can manipulate the price to try and drive sales. Yes, pricing psychology is a very real thing. But to me, what the price and how I set the price is really just a matter of how much money do I want to make, how hard do I want to sell this thing, and how much access to me am I giving people. And that's going to really determine set the price, how I set the price, right? The objectivity of nature, the objective nature, that was wild what I just said there. Leave it in, Courtney, leave it in. The objective nature of pricing is going to be determined by your other offers. So it's what this thing costs in relation to other things that you are offering. But the rest of it is, pricing is very subjective. It's largely made up. On this list, I put pricing on this list because I don't necessarily think it's like such a super important part of, I think people put it as number 1 when they're like, it's the most important part. And to me, I put it at the bottom, it's number 6. And I just put it on there because, yes, I do put it on my sales pages. I put it on everything because I'm super, transparent with it. I don't want people fucking messaging me to be like, what's the price? It's right there. It's right there. Like, most people just want to save up, but they want to know it. So I'm not trying to hide prices or anything like that. But it is something to think about when it comes to pricing. It is something to think about. It's something that I think about when I'm crafting an offer. Not so much because of what I think people will pay for it, but it governs how much work I'm going to put into that offer and how much access folks have to me. So, if I'm like, hey, I want to make X dollars, I want to charge, do I want to go with volume or do I want to do less people and then have a higher price point? Okay, cool. Then that means I'm going to have to give them more access to me. Do I want to do that? All that to say that the pricing helps give the structure to the offer. All right, and then part number 7 is the packaging. What is this thing? Is it a group coaching program? Is it a mastermind? Is it a masterclass? Is it a workshop? Is it a self-paced course? Is it a challenge? Be clear, be simple, and make sure that this thing is stated at the top of your sales page. I'll look at sales pages sometimes and I'm like, but what is this thing? Is it a book? I don't know what it is. Get clear with it and just lay it out for people. All right, so 7 parts to an irresistible offer. Outline all of these things when creating your next offer. Put them on the sales page. Use these things for copy and use it for your marketing. Remember, I'm stumbling over my words, folks, because it's hot. It is hot. I'm not going to lie. If you're watching this on video, you see my face is a little red. It's hot. Remember, you will gain clarity and specificity as you go, but try to have as much of a clear direction, and as much specificity as you can when you are first starting. And then you run that same offer over and over again, and I promise you will get so much clearer on it. So again, the 7 components of an irresistible offer: the promise, the person, the process, the purpose, the proof, the price, the packaging. Write them out, because I know it's 7 P's. You're never going to remember them. I know this. There's no mnemonic, there's no rhyme, so just write them out. Right? Write them out, put it in your phone, and this way when you go to do your next offer, you're like, hey, these are the things I need to outline, right? All right, 2 announcements, and then I'm going to let you go. Number 1, do not forget, I said it in the beginning of the offer. No, I didn't say it in the beginning of this episode. I'm going to say it now. The waitlist is open for round 14 of my Instagram Intensive. My Instagram Intensive is a 6-week online group coaching program. There it is. See, that's the package that teaches health and fitness professionals exactly how to use Instagram for online business. There's another promise. You see that? The last day to get on the wait list is Friday, August 25th. We will start September 12th. The wait list gets first dibs at registration. I cap it at 50 in order to ensure quality. And they also get 100 monies off. The price for people on the wait list is $497. The price for everybody else is $597. We will link that in the show notes. Second and last announcement, next episode, the episode is coming up this Thursday, episode 502. It'll be this Thursday, August 17th. That is a guest episode with my girl, Meg Coppell Duffy. I've had her on in the past, brought her back on. I wanted to nerd out for a little bit, right? We kind of get in the weeds. We talk about science in this episode. We discuss the fact that every client is a neuro client, but not in the way that's like overwhelming for you. We discuss her 4-quadrant stability model, which is her approach to assessment and intervention. And honestly, if I was still treating, it's something that I would be looking into more. And it's always my goal to help you folks live, curate, create your best lives. And for those of you that are still in clinic, I want to expose you to the things that I would be doing to help myself in clinic, to help myself live, curate, and create that best life, which is going to be some of these, what I consider to be better approaches to assessment and intervention. So that's coming this Thursday. And that's all I got for you. Thank you for the reviews, Rachel. Big thank you to you. And that's it. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, you know where to find me. DM me at the Movement Maestro. Shoot me a text, 310-737-2345. As always, endlessly appreciative for every single one of you. Until next time, friends, Maestro